The NewsX and Business World panels on the Indian economy, where we, of course, decode the current state of the Indian economy and where things are headed, apart from, of course, a look at how soon the recovery will be possible for India to get back on the high growth rate that we were in the pre-COVID era. Joining us now at this point is a power-packed panel as always. We have Kirti Vasan Subramaniam, founder and CEO, Play2Me, joining us live. Surbhi Bansal, co-founder and CEO, Nirmalai, is joining us live as well. Sujay Santra Ikure, founder and CEO, is also with us live. Pulkit Agarwal, co-founder Trell, joins us live as well. Sandeep Sekhar, See Ahead Digital Chairman and Global CEO, is with us as well. Divam Sharma, founder, Green Portfolio, is joining the panel as well. And Dr. Anurag Batra, founder and chairman and, of course, editor-in-chief of Business World, is with us as well on the broadcast. Welcome, all of you, and thank you so much.
Let me bring in Sandeep Sekhar for his opening comment. Sandeep, you're in the IT services domain. Technology and technology services have grown in the last 8 months. That's one sector that has seen growth which has been beyond imagination. Give us a sense of how you've done as a company in the last 8 months, and how do you see the next few months?
Thank you for having me, Dr. Anurag. I'm in the business of B2B, which is primarily serving other businesses around the world. And when this COVID lockdown happened in the month of February and March, there was a knee-jerk reaction. All the businesses around the world stopped working. And we were also a little thrown out of the gear in terms of how do we respond to this thing. And unfortunately, it took a pandemic for the world to realize the potential of digital. And all the organizations who were working in the offices surely had their employees thrown out in their respective homes, connecting back onto the systems. And surely their systems, which they felt was fantastic, turned out to be quite monolithic or quite outdated. They were not ready for cybersecurities. They were not ready for the services that they could actually load. And within a couple of months, we got very busy. And surely there is a new wave of working where people don't really want, like olden days, consultants to come and sit in the office. Now the concept of remote worker has started. And so no longer restrictions of visas going to United States or UK or other parts really matter to companies like us. It's a remote worker who can be based in Bhubaneswar or can be based in a small town in India and can take up the job. Plus, they can also take part-time jobs. It's not necessary that somebody has to be locked to an organization for 8 hours. So I think it's for an IT services company like ours with the digital revolution right at the doorstep. It's just initial stage. We feel it's fantastic time now for our kind of company because the whole world needs IT now.
Sandeep, the last 8 months have been, to put it mildly, transformative for all of us. Okay, we all have learned new lessons that will hold us in good stead over the next few years, at least, if not all our life. Tell us what has changed in you as an entrepreneur. What are the new lockdown lessons Sandeep has learned?
I think, Dr. Anurag, one of the first things that we learned, especially when this lockdown happened, was that we carried all our employees with us. We never let go of them because they are with us to the thick and thin, and we wanted to support that. And that one lesson I realized that if you support your colleagues at the time like this, they stand by the company for much longer then, and they go beyond the duty of. And second part was a lot of innovation happened because we were carrying them. Everybody started thinking for the organization. Surely the collective thinking helped us move into the new era of doing remote working and other newer ideas. Surely I realized that we have wealth of ideas inside which were not coming out. Unfortunately, again, it took a pandemic for all of us to come up and put our heads together. Though we were thrown out of offices, but we were connected together on Zooms and Teams call. And I think that lesson really brought one thing to the table, that you must carry your colleagues with you all the time.
I want to ask all the panelists, what is your take on business and economy, and how do you see the government's interventions effectiveness? When do you see the economy coming back? In 6 months, 12 months, or 18 months? The answers are never simple or linear, but let us get a sense of what all of you feel. Sandeep, what is your sense of when will the Indian economy be back in full bloom?
Dr. Anurag, looking at the way the vaccine has been spoken in the last few weeks, and it's just around the corner, maybe in next 90 days, 200 days, if vaccine comes out, I see that we're going to have an exponential growth in the economy between 12 to 24 months. The reason is a digital ecosystem has already been built. or bidding birds. So that economy is anyway thriving on its own.
Yeah, so that will lead to leapfrogging and creation of value in new sectors.
Absolutely. And the regular classic economy is going to come back between 12 to 18 months. I think we're going to...
I keep saying you have to produce for the e-commerce players to sell something. So if you're clearly selling, that also means that the manufacturing economy is going through. So you're right.
So I think we'll have a fantastic between 12 to 36 months. I think it's going to be an extraordinary journey for us. Whatever we lost in COVID, we'll cover much more than that in the next few years.
My thanks to all of our guests for joining us. Thanks to Dr. Batra as well.